Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie review. Today, we are continuing the Child's Play franchise, and this is on a sequel that that a lot of people highly regard. I can't talk. As one of the worst sequels in the franchise, which I am on the side of the hill where I completely disagree. I don't think this is one of the worst in the franchise. I think so far that this is definitely a better movie than what I previously have seen. Some of the later franchise I haven't seen in a while. But like if it was just these three Child's Play films and we didn't have Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, I think this would have been the worst out of the three. However, from what I understand, the others get a lot worse. But for right now, this has been my least favorite, but it's still a great ride. I do think it is pretty well, and that is Child's Play 3, which came out not even a year after the second one. I think it came out like 10, 11 months after after the second film. So that's not a lot of time to produce a film. I believe Don Mancini had already started writing the script for the third film even before 2 came out. But Child's Play 3, what is it about? Child's Play 3 picks up 6 years or 8 years after Child's Play 2. Even though it came out in 1991, it does not follow the movies chronologically of release. So this is like 8 years in the future. But Andy Barclay is now 16 years old. The movie opens up with the company that produced The Good Guys talking about the Andy Barclay situation and how it's been 8 years. Start talking about Charles Lee Ray, the good guy, everything. But then the main executive of the company declares that Andy Barclay's history, nobody remembers him, so they put The Good Guys back up on the market. So in return, they actually give him the first Good Guy doll that was on the factory line that hadn't been released yet. However, even before that, we cut to some factory workers cleaning up the events of the previous film. They found Chucky's body. So they picked it up with a crane because it was literally stuck on the ground after, the molten plastic burning him and then him exploding, But as they're carrying him over a crane, they puncture his body and some blood leaks into the plastic. And unbeknownst to them, they had just brought him back to life in a new Chucky doll body, or a new Good Guy body. But even more unbeknownst to them, they have given the executive of the company Chucky. And Chucky comes to life later in the night when he's got all of his toys there with him. These are like all the toys they've been giving him. And he comes to life, kills the executive. I believe he was in the second movie talking to that one guy at the beginning. He kills him. And now Chucky needs to find Andy Barclay, and he has been sent to a military school. We see that Andy, he's got this long hair. He's been kicked out of foster homes after foster home. They finally put him in Kent Military School. He said he never really fit in with the foster family. He still misses his mom. But once he gets to military school, it's going to be hell on earth for him because they don't care about your feelings. Of course, nobody believes him about the doll. His mom's still locked up in the asylum or a mental health facility. But we do get introduced to some more characters. I believe one of their names is Whitehurst. Then we get De Silva. Then Shelton, who's the leader of this Kent military kids place or under 18 people. He's 18, 19, 20 years old, but he's a real dick in this film. He bullies Andy. He bullies Whitehurst. Just a ton of people. But then we also get introduced to this little kid named Tyler. who's really cool. I do like the actor in this film. I think he can't get annoying, but other than that, I think he did a really fine job for what he was offered. Unbeknownst to Andy, Chucky has actually been mailed to the Kent Military School. But before he can get the package, Tyler intercepts it, and Chucky comes to life. Now that he's in a new body, he hasn't told anybody a secret yet, so he tells Tyler instead of Andy. And once Andy finds out that Chucky is back and is going after Tyler, Andy now needs to be the defender that everybody else was to him and defend Tyler from Chucky. Child's Play 3 was definitely a weird take. Or not a weird take. It was definitely a bigger take on the franchise than most people would assume. Of course, the military school thing, that's like a generic place for another sequel. A lot of people don't like that aspect. I mean, it wasn't the best setting, for a Child's Play film, but it was definitely interesting with how they did some of the kills. Brad Dourif comes back once again to do the voice of Chucky. Does another outstanding job. This is the movie where he gets a lot of his one-liners and stuff like that. So if you're looking for one-liners from Chucky, definitely watch this film. Andy's love interest to Silva, I do like sort of their relationship, even though it didn't really go very far. I mean, they kissed, but I sort of like their romantic relationship. The kills in this film were probably some of the lamest, but some of the greatest kills. So, like, a couple of the kills are very lame, where, like, Chucky just strangles a guy with a yo-yo. I thought that was pretty funny, especially the death the executive makes when he gets strangled. Then there's another kill where he kills a barber in the military school. I thought that was pretty funny, especially with the one-liner he pulled, "Presto, you're dead." The barber is actually played by the dude from Hellraiser. I forget his name, but he played the dad in Hellraiser, the first film. The setting itself, while it could be boring to some folks, I actually didn't mind it. Even though this is my least favorite out of the three so far, it still did put up a pretty good ride. Andy Barclay is not played by Alex Vincent because, they needed that age gap. So I believe Justin Whalen played Andy in this film. I think he did a pretty good job with what he was doing. I like how Andy takes on this more like protective role now instead of like the kid that's having to run away and get protection. I like that now he's having to defend a kid from Chucky, just like he was in the previous two films. Unfortunately, Kyle does not come back for the sequel, which is a shame. I really would have liked to have seen her, but it's understandable. She was in foster care along with Andy, so they're bound to get separated at some point. I really would have liked to see what happened to Kyle, though. Other than that, this film definitely was an interesting one. Brad Dourif, amazing performance as Chucky. I do like the look of Chucky in this film. Probably my favorite look that I've seen so far out of the three. It may change. Don't know yet, but so far I do like the look of Chucky. Tyler, I thought he was a okay kid. I mean, he could get annoying at some parts, but definitely a great actor that played Tyler. His relationship with Andy was interesting. And I got to tell you, one of the kills in this film will definitely get a laugh out of you. It got a laugh out of me because it pissed Chucky off in the film, and it was hilarious. I won't tell you what happened because I want you to see this for yourself. But you might see one kill in here in the military school that might make you laugh out loud. But the ending to the film, probably one of the more lamer endings. I don't like the climax of the film. Not my favorite climax. Child's Play 2 is still probably my favorite in the factory, but I did not like the climax of this film and how Chucky, is fighting these guys. I won't tell you where he's fighting him and how it happened, but I'm just warning you, it would be kind of lame to some people. It was lame to me, but you guys may like it. I don't know. But the climax was kind of lame. But other than that, it was a pretty interesting film. Still my least favorite out of the three so far, but it's not a terrible film. I'd still rewatch it. So, that has been my review on Child's Play 3. Pretty good film. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about like an 8. Pretty alright. I do think you guys would enjoy this. Could be boring to some people, but it was okay to me. I got a good run out of it. But what is everyone's thoughts on Child's Play 3? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would really love to hear your thoughts on this film. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next horror movie review. God bless, and have a good day. Bye, everyone.